Hey, what's up guys? Your second favorite PE teacher, Denver, and some insanely crazy things have happened both in our world and across the Fortnite map. You might have seen or heard of some of the events, but a lot of this stuff you may have no idea it even exists. No, I'm not talking about cracks in the sky, some portals popping up. I'm talking about some even crazier stuff that blends both the Fortnite world and our lives outside of Fortnite. You guys always destroy that like button, so let's see if we can get to 5,000 likes on this one. Click that subscribe button for Fortnite videos, and if you want to be the first to comment on my videos and get your comment read by me, click the notification bell right now, and let's check out what is going on in Fortnite. As most of you guys know, portals are popping up everywhere around the map. 23 hours later, every single day we had portals appearing or disappearing. Sometimes it would take objects with them, sometimes it would leave objects behind. We lost the Lonely Lodge sign, the Retail Row sign, the Tomato sign, and then we lost the Durr Burger, which we'll talk about in just a second. Now, objects were being left behind as well when portals were disappearing and closing up. The first object to be left behind was an anchor up in the hills above Greasy. If you guys have not seen it, go check it out. It's amazing. Now, when this anchor first appeared, everybody was like, it's pirates on Twitter, on YouTube. Pirates, pirates. That's all I heard about. Now, here's the thing though. We believe it to be Vikings, and there's a good chance of Vikings coming into the game. About a week after the portal appeared and left the anchor, Epic put a teaser image of a Viking axe. So that's a Viking anchor, a Viking axe, and then also in the files were found a Viking hat or helmet of some sort. So expect Vikings in Season 5. Next up, if you guys haven't seen this one as well, it's a wagon that appeared on the west side of Moisty Mire. There was a portal. It sat for a day or two. When it disappeared, a Wild West wagon. I mean, this thing looks exactly out of what we were expecting the Wild West to look like. According to the leaks, there's supposed to be some sort of desert region with a saloon, a bar, possibly abandoned wagons, and like animal bones, which we'll talk about more in just a second. Now, out of all the stuff that has appeared and disappeared, the strangest one is the Durr Burger sign. If you guys saw the video on the Durr Burger appearing in real life, there has been so much more that has happened so far since the Durr Burger appeared. As soon as it disappeared in game, it appeared in real life in a California desert. A guy was out doing, I guess, a photo shoot or something like that. He put it up on Twitter. He said, "What is this?" He did not know. He wasn't a Fortnite player. All of his friends were like, dude, that's the Durr Burger sign from Fortnite. What the heck? Where'd you find it? Next thing we know, there were tons of people showing up. They had the entire area kind of sectioned off, yellow tape. There were security guards. It was a serious event. People weren't sure what was going on. Next thing we know, several agents appeared. Now, these agents, some of them had names like Epic or Fort, I believe. Each agent had identification numbers. With all the people that arrived, they were asking the agents questions. A lot of times the agents had no idea what the Durr Burger was, where it possibly came from, and a lot of the questions they asked with were not at liberty to say. Now, just recently, Epic released another image. It was a teaser image for Season 5 that said basically, get ready for two worlds to collide. Now, what did they mean by this? We're thinking the two worlds are our real world and then the Fortnite world. That's probably how history of our world will be leaked into Fortnite. So a lot of the things in the leaks could definitely come true, like ancient Egypt, the pyramids of Giza, dinosaurs, like we said, the Wild West. This can all come true. So anyways, the agents, there were about 4 of them on scene at the giant Durr Burger. They wouldn't ever say a lot, but every once in a while they would drop some clues, like handing out a card or flashing some notes. Of course, it looked like an accident, but possibly could have been a clue given to us by Epic. We're all trying to figure this out. Then one of the agents actually flashed a map that you can see here. Take a look at this. Let me know if you guys can figure out anything about this map. Tell me on Twitter at thatdenverguy if you can. Let's get the clues together. Maybe I can get you in the next video and get you a shout out if it leads to an actual clue. Now, for the cards that the agents were handing out, one of them had a phone number on them. So it would have their identification number as an agent, but on the back side, it had a phone number. Now, if you called this phone number, you got some weird audio. It didn't really sound like anything except maybe like a distorted version of what we heard from the rocket ship when it launched. Maybe like some sort of like teleportation, like rift or something like that. Basically just some weird noises. So here's what it sounded like. Take a listen. Now, people much smarter than me put that audio into a spectrogram and found an image that, wait for it, gave us what seems to be some kind of coordinates that take us to this old abandoned restaurant in Paris. We'll get more into Paris here in just a second because there's more to it than just this. Do you think there was something inside of this restaurant, possibly where something from the Fortnite world is going to appear next in real life? Maybe, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think so far, and as always, if you want to leave a bunch of comments throughout the video, I try to read every single one of them to see if you guys found any clues we might have missed. Now, if you look a tiny bit closer at this picture, the restaurant name is Pinot Grigio, which is a type of wine. And if we dig a little deeper into that, this might be a stretch, but we find that this type of wine is believed to be from about 2,500 years ago, stemming from ancient Egypt and even involving the Greeks in the creation of this wine. Ancient Greece and Egypt. Now this is where it gets even more weird. The phone number on the card could be traced to a little town in Iowa that's in the central United States. Iowa's not a very populated state. There's no reason that they would pick Iowa except for this. The town is called Estherville, Iowa, and guess what? It gets even more weird. A massive meteorite landed in Estherville, Iowa, and could possibly explain that happening in Season 5 as well, since we know a meteorite and the dinosaurs are kind of related. So after the Durburger showing up, we haven't found anything else. No tomato head since that disappeared. That'd be so funny if it was just sitting out in the middle of some place and nobody has found it yet. That would crack me up. Now here's what started happening. Llamas started appearing around the world. We found them in France, in Poland. We found one in Cologne, Germany, one in Barcelona, Spain, and then eventually we found one in London in a phone booth. There isn't a ton to be said about these llamas yet, besides that the fact that they were in the Fortnite world, all of a sudden giant llamas are appearing in our real world, so maybe Epic is just trying to get the hint across, like, look, this is the merging of the two worlds that we were talking about. There is no clues yet. People have tried to map the different locations of the llamas across Europe, but nothing can be seen from that map yet, at least nothing that we can figure out. If you guys have any more information, definitely give it to us. Now, here's the thing though, we were thrown off on some of the information. Apparently the llama that appeared in Paris was possibly taken from some Fortnite fans, and it was carried around to different parts of France, so that kind of messed up the search process. I don't know if I mentioned it yet because there is so much going on. My mind is scrambled right now, but we talked about from previous leaks that there might be animals coming to the game, specifically horses. Now, we have a sign that horses might exist near the Durburger. There was a stable in the stable. It looked big enough for a horse to lay down, and there was a bunch of hay, and this was all in the middle of a desert. Now, there were some wagon wheels. It looked like carriage wheel tracks in the sand. I don't know how wide apart these were. I just saw an image. I didn't get to go to California myself, of course, but this definitely looks like a stable and could be a sign that horses or any type of animals are coming in the game. Now, beside this one bit of possible proof that we could see horses in the game, there might be something much larger than horses coming to the game. If you guys saw my Season 5 leaks video, which hit 1 million views in less than a week, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that so much. We heard in that video that dinosaurs have a high chance of appearing sometime during Season 5. According to the leaks, though, we expected them to appear around Lonely Lodge, but just recently, we found some bones in Moisty Mire, and those bones definitely look like something from a dinosaur. Yes, this might mean dinosaurs will spawn from Moisty Mire, but also this could just mean that the bones were better preserved there in the mud of the swamp, and again, could just indicate to us from Epic that dinosaurs did indeed exist in the Fortnite world and can be coming again. Since this is everything about Season 5, we have some other crazy news coming that have nothing to do with the real life leaks. The first one is gifting. Here is what we know about gifting. Apparently there will be an option. This image was leaked talking about all what seems to be like error messages, how it's gonna work, what your friends will see when you send them a gift. It doesn't look like we're able to give people V-Bucks, but we're most likely able to give them all the things that we can buy with V-Bucks, and it looks like there's a daily gift limit cap, which would honestly make sense because if you lose your account, somebody gets on and gives every single skin to their friend's account or something like that. We don't want that to happen. But if I had to guess what the limit, what the cap will be, it will probably be somewhere from like 1 to 2 to 3. I wouldn't expect more than 3 gifts to be given out every single day, just because that's a lot of V-Bucks anyways with how expensive the in-game Fortnite items are. Now, there have been a few reports, don't get too excited, but there has been some news that the Skull Trooper and the Ghoul Trooper could possibly be coming back very soon on Friday the 13th in just a few days. I don't know if I believe any of this information. It does not seem like something Epic would do, especially with a new season starting, so don't get too excited about this, but I just wanted to report this anyways. Now, something that seems more likely to possibly happen are some exclusive skins coming depending on what console and what you have purchased from Fortnite beforehand. Now, the first one is the Xbox exclusive skin. Here's what it looks like. Definitely looks like something Xbox related and could be coming into the game if you are an Xbox user. Now, these other leaked skins could possibly be for people who own Save the World before it possibly goes free to play. Now, there's a lot of theories on this, and I think this one actually might be true. There is no proof yet. As we know, the leaks could be true, they could be false, but this one looks legit and actually makes me want to buy Save the World just in case these come out. Plus, it seems like a pretty awesome game anyways. I don't know. I haven't tried it, so tell me if I should buy it or not. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about today before we end this video is do not fall for fake leaks. Now, when I present information to you guys from leakers, this is me saying, okay, this could be true, this might not be true, here's all the information, here's what we know, here's what we are very not sure about. Just recently, there was some leakers that posted a modded version of Fortnite, and it was covered in sand. It was a big deal. The video made the rounds, and everybody got super excited about it, thinking, oh my gosh, this is a sure thing, our whole map will be covered in sand. No, here's what they did. They modded the regular Fortnite world. They took the grass textures out, the green texture that we see all over the Fortnite world, and they replaced it with some sand textures that were actually leaked. So the sand textures are real. They just modded it to cover the entire map. So don't get too excited. I can't see the entire map being covered in sand. Be careful about these clickbaiters and stuff. And I would stick with trusted leakers if you can. So that is it, guys. Click like and subscribe and the notification bell. And if I forgot anything, please tell me down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.